Oh my God, how annoying are all these pyramid scam people? I keep getting approached all the time about joining an opportunity, and it's really starting to bug me, to be honest. So I've got to share this with you that happened today. I used to be in recruitment, so I've got quite a big network on LinkedIn. I've got a lot of other recruitment consultants on there, and one of them approached me today and she said, "Oh, Laura, I've got a really good opportunity for you." Now, the word opportunity does actually excite me quite a lot, so I thought, you know what I forgot to lose? I gave her my number and she rang me straight away. She was like, "Right, so tell me a bit about what you're doing." So I said, "Oh, well, I work in network marketing. I'm my own boss. I help people get healthy. I'm really enjoying it." She said, "Okay, well, that sounds good." She kind of shut me down a little bit. She said, "But I actually think I've got something better. I've got a better opportunity for you." So I was like, "Okay, shoot, this sounds good." So she said, "Well, to go back into recruitment, you'll go back into an office job and it'll be 35k per year starting salary, but with the potential to earn bonus." So I said, "Hang on, go back into an office, like what do you mean there?" So she said, "Well, it's an office-based position. It'll be 40 hours a week, and you need to obviously go to be based in the office, but don't worry, it's really close to your house. I've had a look, and you're only about 20 to 30 minutes per drive." So I was like, "Okay, so that's 20 to 30 minutes each side of the traveling. How often do I actually have to travel to this office then? Can I kind of like pop in, do a couple of hours, and do the rest of my work from home?" And she said, "Oh, no, 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 you need to be in the office every day." And I was like, "Every single day?" And she said, "Well, yeah, every day, Monday to Friday." And I was like, "I need to fit in 40 hours a week over 5 days." And she said, "Yeah." So I was like, "Okay, and what type of hours? Like, can I just pick my hours to suit me, or is there like a structure?" And she said, "No, no, it's 9 to 5, or sometimes it's 8 till 6. It really just depends on kind of like your workload." So I said, "Oh, well, you know what? But driving to an office at that time, that's like rush hour. So if it's a 20 to 30 minute drive, I'm probably looking at about 45 minutes either side. So that's an hour and a half just in my car traveling to get to the office every single day. So really that kind of makes it like a 50-hour week, right?" And she said, "Yeah." I was like, "So, but the good thing is, tell me something. You said it was an opportunity. Are they going to pay for me, or do I have like a chauffeur that's going to drive me to this office every day?" And she said, "Well, no, that's it out of your own costs to do. You'll have to either get public transport or get a car." So I was like, "Well, I've got a car, so I need to pay for my fuel. I mean, that's probably going to be like 60, 70 quid a week, driving to and from a job. Plus we're looking at obviously 50 hours a week. I'll have to get like doggy daycare for my dog because I've got a dog at home as well. I don't know what I'd do with him. I'd have to leave him in the house all on my own." So I was like, "Okay, I mean, is there absolutely no flexibility on this at all?" She said, "Well, no, that's just kind of like the general company structure. Everybody does the same." So I was like, "Okay, well, no worries. So tell me a bit more about the opportunity then. Like, what else can I do that's so good?" I was still quite excited at this point because she sounded excited. She said, "Well, um, you could actually get promoted within a couple of years. Most people tend to go to a management role within 3 years' time." So I was like, "Okay, so 3 years working 40-hour a week. Obviously, I've got to drive to and from, so we'll call it a 50-hour week. How do I get any other time off other than the weekends?" She said, "Oh, yeah, you get about 4 weeks holiday per year. Sometimes they increase it to 5 if you're doing really well." It's like, right, okay, so working a 40 to 50-hour week altogether for what, 48, 47 weeks of a year, and there's a guarantee that I'll get promoted within 3 years. That's what you're telling me?" She said, "Well, it's not guaranteed." I was like, "But if I'm doing all those hours and working really hard, I'll never take any time off. Surely I deserve that promotion." She said, "But it's not guaranteed, but you'll have a good chance." And obviously, it just depends on what their thoughts are at the time and who else it is that you're working with. So it's like, "Oh, so other people might be going for the same promotion that I would then? Is that what you're saying?" She said, "Well, yeah, obviously it's open to everybody within the business." So I was like, "So really they could just choose something that they like more than me? But if I'm working just as hard as them, surely I deserve the promotion as well." She said, "Well, you'll have that opportunity. I'm sure if you're working hard, you're going to get that promotion in 3 years." So I was like, "Right, okay." And so tell me a little bit more about the people that are in the office. Like, do I get to pick who I work with? Like, I don't know, the departments that I work with. Is it possible, like, maybe I could get involved with some of the recruitment stage, just make sure that I get on with them?" She said, "Well, no, you're not going to get involved with that. Obviously, they'll decide who else you're working with." So like, right, okay. Um, so tell me more about like the directors then, like how quickly could I get to director level? And she said, "Well, this is the really exciting part. They've actually just brought 2 new directors in, and they've had a massive company restructure. They've got rid of some departments and they're bringing some new departments in. So actually the chance of promotion quite quickly is on the increase because they're creating all these new roles." So it's like, "Oh, well, that sounds quite exciting. But if they've brought in 2 directors externally, doesn't that mean that they can bring in 2 managers externally? So I've got even more competition and less of a chance to be promoted then? She said, well, technically, yeah, obviously they can open it up to external people, but if you're working hard, you will be considered for a promotion. It's like, right, okay, and how quickly could I get to like a director level, and what sort of money would I be earning at that stage? And she said, well, you'd be looking at anything really from like 60 up to 90k per year. It's really good money at that stage. So like, oh, right, okay, well, that sounds really good. And how quickly could I expect to get to a director level? And she said, well, there's people that have done it as quickly as 12 years. I was like, what's the slowest that someone's done it? And she said, well, there was a guy, it's an amazing story. He's been with the company as a junior, just started as like an administrator. He's worked his way up the ranks. It took him 27 years, but that's starting off as an administrator, and you're a bit further up than that. So it'll probably take you a bit quicker. So I was like, so really, I'm probably looking at what, 15, 20 years as an average? She said, yes. Yeah. So I was like, okay. I think I've heard enough so far. Just want to make it absolutely crystal clear then. But one last question before I go through it all. So when will I actually own the company? Like if I make it to director level, is there an opportunity that someone's going to give me the company at the end for all my loyal service? And she said, well, that's unlikely because the CEO, he owns it and his son's on the board of directors, so it'll go to him. But you could definitely maybe have a share if you make it to director level. So I was like, right, okay. I was like, what, do I ever get to meet the CEO? Because maybe he might like me if he gets to meet me. And she said, well, it's unlikely because he has quite a few different offices in the UK. He's also got quite a few abroad, and he lives abroad now, so he's not actually in the office that much. So I was like, well, how would he know whether or not I'd be right for the board of directors if he never meets me? He said, well, the other board of directors might, the other people on the board of directors will make the decision. So I was like, right, okay. So before I make a decision on whether I want to kind of go ahead with like applying for this, just want to clarify everything just so I understand crystal clear the opportunity that you're offering me. So you want me to pay for a car, pay for fuel every single week, leave my house empty with the mortgage that I pay for really we're looking at 50 hours per week, including my travel time. You want me to sit in the daily commute every single day, twice a day, for anything from like 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on traffic. You want me to go to an office where I don't know anybody and may not even like people, with the potential that in 3 years of doing that day in, day out, that I might get promoted to another level if I'm hitting all my targets, doing everything right, and if there's no one externally brought in, or if nobody else in the company gets the position. And then if I get that far, there is only a potential chance that I might get onto the board of directors, if I'm lucky, in the next like kind of 20 to 25 years, but I'm never actually going to own the company. Is that the opportunity that you're offering me, right? I don't even know what to say to you right now. Like, that is a pyramid scam. That's some guy at the top earning all the money whilst I do all the work. I've basically got to give up my life, my freedom, do that daily commute every single day, go to this shitty office that I don't even like people at, just to fund somebody else's dream. Are you absolutely kidding me?